Oh, I forgot my music. Hello guys. So, first tutorial. Let's get rid of this crap. Okay, let's go. I'm going to show you how to do support edges first, and why you need high poly and low poly models to make the normal map. So, I'll keep it simple, so we are just going to do a cube for this tutorial with, doesn't matter what settings, let's do 700 by 700 in all directions, and convert this one to an editable poly. Okay. What I normally do is apply a material and make the color black. So when you press F4, you can see the edges in black. That's just my preference, but you can do whatever you want. So, why support edges? If you want to do a high poly model, say we'll take this one as low poly as it is, just a square. So we got like, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. Well, not many. Let's see. We got 6 polys. And the high poly, of course, will have more, so let's do a copy of that one. We can't change the high poly much because the normal works, because it's working with lighting and not with actual mesh. So that's why if you do too much on the model, you will notice it. So, but we'll get into that. So, to make a normal map, I normally use Turbo Smooth, which will do this if you have no support edges. So what the support edges does is keep the basic mesh intact and only smooths out between the support edges. So let's turn that one off or delete it, doesn't matter. So we will try to make a basic support edge for this cube to make it look better in high poly. So we select this edge, do a ring, which will select all the edges around here, and do a connect, but go into the settings, go 2 segments, and then pinch them, so you have them around here. That's you can play with that setting depending on how sharp you want the edges to be. So yeah, let's do 95. And do this for this side as well. Okay. And one side is missing, and that's this one here. We can just select them like this, and then we have all of them. And do another connect. Okay, so for a basic cube, that's the support edges. So we have basically 2 edges on every side, as you can see here. Every side, 2 edges. And that will hold the mesh in place. So if we do a Turbo Smooth now, Turbo Smooth, you can see that the mesh is holding in place, but you have smoother edges. We can also go to 3 iterations, and you can see no shading problems. Alright, so that's basically already a high poly model which you could use. But we're going to adjust it a little bit and, for example, make 2 struts. So let's try that. We are going to select these here, do a connect, and we want the struts to be around here. Now we do a chamfer, so both of them are being separated, and let's do this one and press OK. So what we are going to do now is select them. Select them. I'm doing it the fast way. You can do it however you want to. Let's go here. So basically just select them. And do an extrude. Local normal. Let's see. Don't do too much, otherwise it will be too much for the normal map. And remember, since we now extruded them, we do not have support edges here. So we have to fix that. Let's go here, and this one, ring, and connect options to set the support edge for this side. Also this one needs to have one. So ring, connect, and support edge here. Also these sides here have no support edge. So we're going to, well, that probably, because we only need one. Let's see if that works with slide. Yes, it does. On both sides, okay. Let's do a little sharper here. Okay. And of course we need support edges here. So select this here, select this one here, do a ring. We have now all of these sides there selected. We do a connect, this time 2 again, and pinching. And about like this. Alright. So remember, this is only a basic one. It's not much detail, but let's see how it looks. Already a nice frame, which is only on the high poly, not on the low poly, so this will be only for the normal map. So what can we do next? Same goes for insets, so let's do an inset somewhere here. Let's do it on the top. Yeah, let's just ring. Don't forget to have selected all. It's easier to work when the edges are going through the whole mesh. It's easier for adjusting things later. And since we're not optimizing, it's not a big deal. Okay, so okay. And let's inset this one. We can basically already do it. We can do an inset and then we can do an extrude, so that way we won't have to do so many support edges. Don't do too much. Okay, let's do this. Then we'll do another inset. It should. Well, no, not. Alright, let's go back, because if you do an inset, you will have these edges in it. It screws things up. So sorry if I. Let's go back. We'll do it the hard way. Okay, so instead of inset, we're going to ring here. Do a connect. And okay, and this will be our middle plate. So now do an extrude this way. I say, now let's do the support edges here. Let's do here and connect again. You will work a lot with connect. That's basically best tool ever. Okay, so okay. We'll need one here. And we'll need one around these. Now let's check it out. Should be okay. Probably forgot one, but nope, looks good. So that's inset now, and it's all smooth. Okay, so that's the basic of it. You can do it with any form. If you, for example, well, you don't need to do it with pipes, because pipes are already mostly round, but you can do it, of course. So let's do a grip somewhere, but we have to do a grip. I would basically do that on the low pulley as well. So let's put this one in the middle, 0, 0, 0. Put this one on top, 0, 0, 0. And we will hide selection for now. And we will make a small grip kind of deal here. I like to do that with a cylinder most of the time. And for the low pulley we don't need that many sides. Let's do 8. And no 8 segments. Well, we will need 8 segments, but for now. Alright, so now without converting it to editable pulley, we will put a bend modifier on there. And the angle will be 90 degrees. Well, no, 180 degrees, sorry. So as you can see, well, no, we're going to do 90, but no matter what you do, since we have no 8 segments, it will look weird. So just add 8 segments, then you get this round thing. So why we did only 90 degrees is because we want the grip to be longer. So we'll change the height. Okay. And then we will basically copy this one and rotate it 90 degrees. Angle snap will help you rotate it exactly 180 degrees, sorry. 180 degrees. So that looks good. We will maybe adjust the radius a bit. Let's do 15. Same here. Cylinder radius 15. You can do whatever you like. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, convert to editable poly. Then we are going to delete the bottom face. We could connect them first, but let's just do it right now. Okay, so connect both of them. You do it by attaching them with the attach. And then we are going to bridge those two faces. So what we now have is a grip, which looks weird, as you can see, and that's the shading problem is because of the smoothing. Easy way to fix it is to add a smooth modifier, not a turbo smooth, a smooth, and then do auto smooth. Should be enough. Let's do a bit more threshold here, and that should look good enough. Alright, so that's for the low poly anyway. Convert to editable poly and rotate this about 90 degrees. Alright, so now let's attach it somewhere around here. I'm not going to let's activate pivot and center to object. I'm not going to make sure that it is straight in the middle. I'll just put it to X. I know I suck at tutorials, but I'm trying. So then again, I'll put my material on and change it to black so it kind of fits. So let's copy this one and I'll just type in high so I know that's the high one. I'm going to I'm going to unhide all first, and then I'm going to hide selection. So now I have only the high poly here, and I'm bringing this back to the original position, X. So now I'm going to turbo smooth it and check if I need any support edges. Probably I won't. should look good. So now the grip is basically high poly. We could add a little bit extra here, but we're not going to bother. That should be good. For the tutorial at least. Okay, so we are going to group this for now. High box or whatever. Move it to the right and unhide all. So we have a low poly box and a high poly box. So let's do a quick unwrap. And we're not going to bother much with it. So yeah, just unwrap this first. For this one it's quite easy because it's a box. You just select all faces and
Wusstest du
do an
eigentlich, dass
unfold
Spotify
mapping
Premium besser klingt?
and just press OK and then you have your box.
Pro Sekunde besser,
Very,
um
very
genau zu
easy.
sein. Teste Spotify Premium
And
30 Tage lang
then you
gratis
for now
und
can
erlebe
convert it
den
to editable
großen
poly.
Unterschied. Klick auf das
Now we need to
Banner
unwrap
und los
this,
geht's.
so we're going to isolation mode. And I like pipes because they are easy to unwrap.
Lehn dich zurück
So
und
first you
genieße
have to
das
do an
Spotify
UV map
Radio.
clear
Wähle
because
einen
they
Song, der dir
tend
gefällt,
to
und Spotify spielt dir einen guten Track
tend
nach dem
to
anderen. Eine tolle Option,
put
wenn du mal
themes
nicht
in
genau weißt, was
themselves
du hören
and
willst. Oder
we want
einfach
to
mal
do it
wieder Lust auf
ourselves.
etwas
So
Neues
clear
hast.
it first
Tune
and then
in mit dem Spotify Radio.
put an unwrap UVV here. Select these edges here with loop and we want them to be converted to seams. So this is our seam here. So now we will select all faces and do a pelt map. Very, very easy. We'll start pelt and by polygon angles and amount 1 and start relax it. And we pelted this. Okay, that's about it. That is our pipe. We can add a let me just do this one. We can add a checker map, which I have to find. Give me a second. I'm not sure where I have it. I'll find it. Give me a second. Oh, I should have it here. Oh no. I will find it. Give me a second. I will find it. Ah, too many freaking models here. I will find it. I know I'm taking long. I basically got too many stuff. Oh, come on. Now let me just find it. Oh, now I've got it. I'm just going to copy it so I can find it. Alright, so we are going to use this one. I hope you've seen that. If not, doesn't matter. Custom UV checker map. Okay, so we have a custom UV checker map now. And it should now show. We're going to adjust the tiling to, let's say, 10 so you can see it. Yeah. so now you can see the seam here, which is on the back side, so you will not notice it. On the front side it should be as smooth as possible, and all squares should be square. Alright, so let's and isolate, and then we already have the check map on here. This check map of course is not working, as you can see here with all the warping. But that's not a problem, because we are not unwrapping the high poly, it's just used for the normal map generation. So you don't have to worry about this checker map here. Just worry about this one. So, now we are going to convert this one to editable poly and attach both. And we are doing that so we have one UV map. Let's open the UV editor. And as you can see, we have to move this one because it intersects with the other UV. Just fit it in. Should not be a big problem. I'm not going to bother with good UV placement, but should do. Should do okay. Alright, so that's it. Convert to editable poly. We are done with the UV map. So now I'm going to show you quick how to render an ambient occlusion map, and then I'm going to show you the normal and what it does in the end. So, okay, so to do the ambient occlusion map, I'm using Mental Ray. So set your renderer to Mental Ray. You can also use it with AMD cards, so don't worry about that, because it works with the CPU. So after you've selected Mental Ray as a render, you can add a new material here, which is Mental Ray. And here on Surface Shader you can put in ambient occlusion, and you will add it to this mesh. We are going into isolation mode to not have the other model in the way. We are going to add a standard light and a skylight, so this one, and this will help, as you can see, with the shadow generation, which we will need for the ambient occlusion. So, then we are going to render the texture. Don't forget to select the object, and then, I know I'm boring, use existing channel, that's important. It has to be channel 1. Don't use automatic unwrap, or you will change all your unwrapped stuff. Right, ambient occlusion map. You don't need a save option, because that sometimes doesn't work, I have no idea why. I'm saving the ambient occlusion always manually. We'll go with a 2K texture. And leave all the settings normal, that should be okay. Only quality settings, you can basically adjust the samples and play with the settings here. But the default one should work most of the time. Right, so let's do that one. Takes a few minutes. Well, a few seconds probably. And it's rendering the ambient occlusion map. You see all the noise on the texture? That can be adjusted with the samples. But since it's only a small part, I'm not going to bother with it. And it's just a tutorial, so I don't give a crap. Hopefully I'm still recording, I have no idea, actually. Let's check that one. Yep. Okay. And the ambient occlusion map is also used for the base texture in the end. I'm going to do a second tutorial and probably going to texture this one. But not today. Today only I'm going to do the ambient occlusion map and the normal map. So, saving this to... We'll just save it somewhere. Now let's save it to work. Alright, save it as TGA. Default setting, which I've done. Alright, that would be the ambient occlusion map. So now I'm going to render the normal map. What I need to do for that is end isolate, and this mesh has to be, well, you can probably use group, but I tend to like to attach it the same way as I do the other one. So convert it to editable poly. Remember, you can't make changes to Turbo Smooth after you do that. So what you can do is make a copy of the group, so you can make changes and then replace it, and then attach it, and you have one group. Activate effect only pivot, so you can center the pivot to the middle. Same for this one. And then just, it's important to have both on the same space. That's why I'm doing this. So as you can see, looks weird, but they're both on the same space. And I'm going to export them now. Export selected. So this is the high one. I'm going to export them. Let's just make a new folder for that. Alright, so you are going to export them. Let me bring that back to OBJ, and this one we'll call high. That's tutorial high or tut high. That's good. Triangles is important. Just check my settings here. You don't need to export the materials, but all the rest should be okay. It's exporting. Then we're going to hide this one. Let's go to shaded, and we're going to export the low poly. Export selected, and we're going to call it tut low OBJ. Same thing. Okay, so what I'm going to use for making the normal is XNormal. I love that program because for the base normal, you don't have to do much. You only have to have the high poly and the low poly in the same space. You don't have to build a cage, nothing. So just put in the high poly, just go there, high poly here, and the low poly mesh here, high poly, low poly. Baking options, we only want normal map, 2K, save it to tut. Don't add the prefix normal because it will be generated itself, because you have more options here. Default 4 is okay, and you have to play with the settings depending on your normal map, but most of the time default settings are okay. So let's check it. Now it's rendering the normal map. Very easy for the basic version. You can adjust it in Photoshop, but I'm only going to do the basic version here. And we're going to check it out in a second. So, rendering normal map. Rendering. It looks a bit weird, the pipe, but it should look good in the end. And it's dilating. God, it's boring, isn't it? Oh, hey, come on. I probably changed the settings so it dilates. Probably didn't need it, but well. Next time, check the settings. Okay, done. That's normal. We saved it. We can close that up. And now I'm going to go into Marmoset Toolbar. You need to buy that or use a free version. I'm going to... That's basically a 3D model previewer. I want to... Hopefully I'm recording this. I'm not. Fucking hell. Okay, so you didn't see all that, probably. Sorry. I'm going... I'm going to redo it. So after the export, I'm just going to redo it. I'm not going to cut anything. Just going to redo it. Screw it. Let's go into max. Let's go OpenX normal. Let me check if we can see it now. Alright, let's just check it. No, so we have to add it. Alright, let's add the frickin' source. Can I just add this? Yes, I can. Alright, that's very weird, but we're just going to do it like this, okay? Alright, we got it. So, here you add the high definition mesh you exported, the TUTHI OBJ. Here you add the low poly mesh. In baking options, you set the size to 2K, and here you go and name the output file. Check normal map, don't check anything else. Default bucket renderer, and form times analyzing, and just generate maps. And that will render it out. And then you will have a normal map. I'm skipping this because, well, I'm just showing you how it looks when it generates.
Die neue Single
No, don't override, damn it.
Jetzt in der Nuclear Blast Novelties
Well, that's the window you get.
Playlist.
Okay, so very easy, very, very easy. So let's skip that part. And then, what the? Oh, let's get rid of this one.
Folge der
And
Playlist und verpasse keine heißen Metal
let's-
Highlights mehr.
Add the Marmoset window.
Spotify Premium öffnet dir die
Region,
Tür zu
this
tollen
one.
Features.
Alright,
Du
this
hast
one is
überall und auf jedem
Marmoset.
Gerät
Let's
Zugriff zu deiner Musik.
scale
Du
it
kannst
up.
Songs herunterladen und offline hören.
Alright, so
und die Soundqualität ist auch
here
viel
you
besser. Simpel
import
ausgedrückt,
mesh
du wirst es mögen.
and
Und falls doch nicht, kannst
go
du das Abo
to
jederzeit
the
kündigen. Klick auf das
tutorial
Banner und teste unseren
and import a
Premium-Service
low
jetzt
poly
gratis
model.
und risikofrei.
So this is the low poly model without any details. It's important that you use the low poly model because that's the one we unwrapped and that's the one we will apply the normal map to. We will change the sky because I don't like this sky. Let's go to hedgerow. Should be okay. Alright, so with shift left click you can adjust the lighting. And here's the material. And we are going to add the normal map. And we are going to add the ambient occlusion map as texture. I have to find the one first, give me a second. Because I saved it at a different place. There it is. I'm sorry if I'm stuck so much. Alright, let's save it. So here's the AO we rendered, and it's basically just putting some shadow into it. And yeah, so now you have the normal map applied, and this would be the final in-game version. So you basically made a low poly which still only has 6 polys into a high poly looking mesh. Of course, as you can see, it's only lighting, so you will have some lighting errors if you do too much, like I probably did here. but with the texture applied it should look much better. We'll do that in the next one. But that's the way you generate model maps and how you do support edges. So I hope I could help, and yeah, see you next time, and we'll do another one some time. See you guys.